What up, Prince Sports here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Yo, check this out. Now, if you haven't known this by now, but there's a guy named Michael Rapaport, right? He's an actor. He played on some of Spike Lee movies, I believe. He was like always in comedy movies, like urban comedy movies. He played like the one cool hip guy that blends in with like like black people in the hood and stuff like that. You know, you ever heard the expression like the token black guy in the movie? And well, Michael Rapaport would be the opposite of that. He'd be like the token white guy in the movie. He's a retired comedian. Now, he does say some stuff that's funny, okay? But here's one thing that he's always been consistent at, and that's hating on LeBron James. Michael Rapaport is one of the biggest LeBron James haters in the world. Now, his hate for LeBron James is not just about basketball. It stems from something private. A lot of people don't know this. Michael Rapaport and LeBron James met each other before. And Michael Rapaport was with his son. And reportedly, Michael Rapaport said his son was asking for an autograph and LeBron James didn't give it to him. And LeBron like brushed Michael Rapaport off, you know, like he was a nobody, like he was nothing. And ever since then, he's been on a hate crusade of hating LeBron James. So you got to take a lot of stuff Michael Rapaport says with a grain of salt, okay? So his hatred for LeBron James is personal. It's nothing, a lot of it doesn't have to do with basketball standpoints. Now, he tries to go on TV and be so-called objective, but he's not. Okay, he's not really objective. So recently he said, you know, he can't wait to see the Lakers lose, and he won't even take back the fact that he was one of the first people that's saying LeBron wouldn't be successful in the Western Conference. Okay, now that LeBron is successful in the Western Conference, at least from being the number one seed standpoint, you know, he didn't win a championship yet, but he is successful nevertheless, okay, in the Western Conference. Something that Michael Rapaport cannot get. You know, he can't accept it. You know, it gets underneath his skin. But how stupid could you possibly be to think that LeBron James wouldn't be a superstar in the Western Conference? It's still basketball at the end of the day, you idiots. All right? He's still playing basketball. All right? How stupid could you guys be, man? I always said, if LeBron played in the Western Conference, okay, you guys say he's this, he's that, he's the GM of the league. So if he owns the NBA like you say he did, what makes you think any different that if he played in the Western Conference that he wouldn't be in the finals either? And I said, if he went to the finals in the Western Conference, and let's say he got there 7 times while he was playing in the Western Conference, he would have won the championship because there would be nobody in the East to really take over and beat a Western Conference team anyway, right? Because the East was considerably weak, you know. But man, this hater, Rapaport, he can't even get that underneath his skin, man. See, I always be objective. I always call people out. But sometimes, if you're wrong and somebody proves you wrong, you just got to man up and be like, yo, I fucked up. I was wrong, you know? So, listen, man, for all you haters, LeBron lovers, and then you got the people in the middle like myself, objective people, well, no matter what side you fit on, you got to come correct with it. You can sit there and say, I hate LeBron, but I'm a LeBron fan, but, okay? The but part means that you're willing to be objective and you're willing to be truthful about something if it goes down. So here's the aspect to it. Here's the true part about it. All right? If you're mad at LeBron James for talking trash, this is what Michael Rapaport is. He's mad at LeBron for LeBron sitting there saying, you know, I couldn't be successful in the West. A lot of people doubted me. If you're allowed to talk trash about LeBron, if you're allowed to let players talk trash about LeBron, then there's nothing wrong with LeBron James busting back and talking his shit against haters as well. LeBron James is a man and he hears the criticism. He's allowed to talk shit, okay? If you talk shit about him, why can't he talk shit about you? For years we see guys like Kawhi Leonard throw jabs at LeBron. KD throw jabs at LeBron. Steph Curry throw jabs at LeBron. At some point, LeBron could stand up for himself as a man and sit there and say, fuck it. I'm going to talk my shit against these guys too. He's allowed to do that. Now, LeBron's poking his chest out, buffing and bragging, okay, that he's the number 1 seed in the West. Now, I would tell you this much. If I'm LeBron James, I wouldn't harp on this too much. If I'm him, I would choose something else to talk trash about. Talk trash about Kawhi in another way, or somebody else in another way, okay? So, if that's the case, don't brag about being the number 1 seed, because if you lose, people will call you out, LeBron. People will call you out. So sometimes, some of this is LeBron's fault. Just keep quiet. Shh. Don't say nothing until you actually win. That's the best way to get revenge. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Prince Sports out.